07631, baby. Tell your man to watch his mouth now, he ain't crazy. You know them sick ones move in silence. You get trampled in the streets cause we walk with the steps of giants. Big dog like a Saint Bernard. You must have a death wish if you test this stain of bars. Got these niggas running scared like bitches cause they know I'm born uncut, yo. Still hot in the kitchen.
What up, y'all? It's your boy LS.
Duty Outlaw.
DJ Miss B.
We have a special guest in the building whose project is actually dropping today. You know what I'm saying? And we want to introduce you to BK from Bad Jackalopes. What's up, man?
Pleasure to be here.
Definitely, man. What's going on with you?
It's all good. It's a new project. It's a new experience for me. It's a long time in the making.
Yes.
Something I've always wanted to do, and I finally completed it.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Thank you.
Now, I wanted to, let everybody know that he does electric music and it's in the trance genre. So,
Exactly.
if you guys are not familiar with this music, a lot of people, even in hip hop, sample from electric music. Now, let's not get it twisted. But I definitely want to let y'all know that first and foremost, he's a drummer, producer, arranger, and composer of his own music. You know what I mean? So, real quick, just to jump in, I know it's a little hot in here, man. Yeah. Oh, you feeling good, man? I'm blazing in here. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to come out this little baseball cap. But so first and foremost, I just wanted to get in there. Where you from, man?
I'm from Virginia.
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 From Virginia with age to do but cook. You know what I'm saying? What part of Virginia, man?
Richmond.
Richmond. Okay. One of the 7 cities.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's, good old South. Yeah. When you mentioned earlier, you brought up the Jackalope name.
Mm-hmm.
I actually didn't know what a jackalope was until I came to this.
Is that right?
Yeah, I was in the Air Force.
Yeah.
And we came here through at Nellis, doing TDY, temporary tour duty for the non-military folks out there.
Mm-hmm.
And we went to that Bonanza gift shop right on the corner of Las Vegas Boulevard and Sahara.
Yeah.
And I walk in and there's this creature sitting on the stand with rabbit ears and antlers. And I was like, what in the hell is that? But obviously, all the brothers in the group did not know.
Right,
The white boys with us, they knew them. That's a jackalope. I'm like, I've never heard of that a day in my life. And he, just kind of looking and researching what, the folklore behind the jackalope.
Yeah.
It's a mythical creature.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no real basis, but I just thought it was so cool. You see this thing with the rabbit ears and the antlers. I was like, Bad Jackalopes.
That's the
Nobody
name.
out there had the name, so I took it.
So nice. Where did you? What's the name of the album?
The album is PDX Downtown
PDX
Is
downtown.
that PDX in reference to Portland?
in Portland, Oregon.
Okay, so where'd you come up with the name?
Yeah, the reason I chose that city is like when I get out of Vegas, it's like one of my favorite places to be.
This
It's
is
like,
the second greatest place on
it's
earth.
the coolest vibe in that town, and
Yeah.
some of the tunes that came up with were related to certain parts of that city that I like to be in. So when I came up with PDX Downtown, it puts you in the vibe of being in Portland. What it's like. Favorite place I like to go over there. Place I like to travel. Place I like to eat over there.
Yeah.
And shop. And that's what resonates with me when I create this album. So
No doubt. So I just wanted to rewind a little bit, right? Just get a little bit of your background and history. So, growing up in Virginia, right? This genre of music, it's not the type of genre that you would actually, exactly.
This actually, when I started listening to Thievery Corporation.
Okay.
For those who are not familiar, some electronic trance genre. There's a lot of they incorporate some hip hop, very diverse music, and there's just something about it that I just gravitated toward. I love what they do, the way they do it. I grew up, funk,
Yeah, I like
R&B. That was my thing. Parliament Funkadelic, Ohio Players, Earth, Wind and Fire. That's the stuff I grew up on. That's the stuff I learned to play when I first started being a drummer.
Mm-hmm.
And but as you start exploring other genres of music and you find something that kind of really sticks with you, this style is something I really wanted to do and and try to do it my own way.
Yeah.
So that's how I got started.
No doubt. So, like, when you were in school, did you ever play any type of instrument? Like, what instrument did you ever start off on?
I started off on the drums.
On the drums. Okay. So you stuck with that.
Yeah, that was my thing. In high school, I had a small stint with the trombone. That was
Yeah.
that was
See, I was a clarinet.
That was a
type
disaster.
guy.
That was not fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, the drums have always been my thing. Recently, I've incorporated, the guitar. I do that now.
Mm-hmm.
And I recently picked up another, bass. So I'm
So
adding
talk.
that to, I'm teaching myself. I
That's
watch a
dope.
lot of YouTube videos. Everything is out there. Anything you want to learn in the world is on YouTube. So
Straight up and down.
Yeah.
And I noticed that most people who start off with the drums, they actually stick with the drums. You know what I mean? Like me, like I said, I was clarinet, and I always was fascinated by people who played the drums and the piano. Because it's just a coordination thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's crazy how the brain is, because if you just picking it up and you just trying to teach yourself, you're gonna drive yourself crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Did you ever have like any difficulties with that early on?
Early, and again, I started, I must have been about 12, 13 when I started, and it was impossible. I mean,
Right.
when you listen to stuff and you're trying to pick it up by ear, because I didn't have a teacher.
Okay.
And, you watch, groups on TV, you always watch the drum. And you just, eventually it just starts falling into place. It took a while.
Yeah.
It didn't come naturally. A lot of work, a lot of practice, a lot of banging the drums, and, watching my mom and dad close the door and sleep them in there.
Yeah.
But eventually it fell into place and it came. And now it's like, a natural thing.
The type of music that you gravitated to, I mean, when you started with funk, with Parliament, I mean, those are some serious drum
Oh, no
notes.
doubt.
That's not
No
like some
doubt.
simple,
Yeah. The guy
rat-tat-tat.
the drummer from Parliament, one of the drummers from Parliament was Jerome Briley.
Yeah.
Jerome Briley is actually from my hometown.
Okay.
Oh,
And he was
okay.
one of the positive influences. The way he played, the way he did what he did, I emulated him a lot.
Okay.
That's what I was,
Yeah, I'm a drummer. But
Okay,
I started
you
off
know.
watching Max Roach,
Oh my
more
God.
jazz
Yeah,
style.
incredible.
Yeah, and so I played in church and stuff like that. And
Yeah,
I was
so
still
did
taught
I.
as well.
Yeah.
But the style that you're talking about, like, it's intense.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's no joke. And so being able, first off, trying to teach yourself with that style,
Yeah.
you put yourself through
You gotta learn how to
mastery.
stay in the pocket.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
On point.
No doubt.
No doubt.
There's so many things out there when you're recording, the technology that's available at your fingertips now.
Yeah.
You can pretty much sample any style of, drum sound, electronic, acoustic. I got even one song that's on the Future album. I got the Chinese style drums on there. So
Oh, wow.
it's for me, in the future, is to continue to grow and develop, to be better and master my own music progression.
That's got to be kind of frustrating when you hear something and you got to start all over from scratch, right?
Sometimes that happens. Sometimes you set it to the side.
Yeah.
And I come back and add something to it and change the song, entirely. It becomes a totally different animal. And you can always recycle beats that you lay down. That's the beauty of it. And that's also the beauty of modern technology. I can pull out my iPhone and lay down the track
Yeah.
in 5 minutes and go with it.
That's dope. Now, what got you into electric music?
Something I think Theory Corporation was the first group that really caught my attention. There's so
Okay.
many others out there.
Like, I mean, not to cut you, but like listening to, I'm not really too familiar with it, but there's this one record that they got. It's called America.
Oh yeah.
I love that joint. I was like, God dang, this is what I've been missing all this time. You know what I
I
mean?
think when I came across them, I was actually looking for something different.
Yeah.
Because my whole life has always been R&B.
Yeah.
Hip hop came later for me. A lot of funk. Old school stuff. James Brown. There was always music in the house.
Who introduced you to that time?
The electronic music.
Yeah.
That's something I picked up just in
You
my
picked it up?
travels.
Just in the travels, huh?
Who is that? I like there's something about it that just, it was me.
How do you feel about house music?
House music always reminded me of disco.
Okay.
And back in the day, disco was cool. For me right now, at this point in my life, disco ain't cool.
I think after hip hop just knocked that out of the way, you know what I
It
mean?
just doesn't do it for me.
So that joint right there that we just heard, you know what I'm saying? Tell us about that.
Yeah, that I did that. Obviously, TDX Downtown is based on the fact that Portland's one of my favorite cities.
Yes.
I love going to Portland, and that title, that track in particular is 10th and Yam Mill. And when I'm in Portland, I'm usually staying up in the Northwest 23rd area. You driving, you take the train downtown.
Mm-hmm.
You end up on that corner. You know, so many things right there in that vicinity. You know, it's got favorite coffee shops right there. You know, across the street, it's got a little food trucks lined up. You know, you can go in the coffee shop, get a latte, sit in the window, just watch people walk by. It's cloudy, rainy day, something.
Yeah.
You know, not that we get a lot of those in Vegas, but when you're up there, you appreciate the fact that, you know, it's a little different, a little cooler, you know, watch the leaves fall off the trees, and, you know, you just vibe, you just kick it. You know,
The album, PDX Downtown, man. So what inspires you when you actually getting in the groove of things? Like what is a typical day where you're gonna sit down and you know, all right, this is what we need to make. I need to make this type, or is it more of a feel?
Yeah, usually it starts with a beat in my head.
Okay.
So you know, I can be at work and something just, and it'll be all day. I'm like, what is the, you know, you can't,
Yeah.
I can't make it stop. It's just all day. And I finally get home and I said, okay, let me put this down and start playing. Okay, I got the drum line down.
Yeah.
Okay, then okay, so the drums in there. Okay, so I hear the bass. You know, no problem. And I put that down, and it just starts laying from there. It usually starts with one element, and it builds into an entire song.
Have you ever got like a beat in your head from something that somebody said, or something that you actually heard?
Usually it's other artists. Usually I'm listening to a song, and I'll pick out one thing in that song it'll just stick with me. And it wouldn't have anything to do with the song in totality. It's just that one element.
Yeah.
You know, maybe I like the way the bass line said, you know what, I'm gonna take that, and I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna change it and do it like this, and I build from there. You know, it's just and that's the freedom of music. It's what I love. It's open expression, open creation, and usually that's how it starts for me.
Well, that's dope. Now, performance or in studio, what do you prefer? Or what gets, no, I'm not gonna say what you prefer. I wanna say what gives you that rush, you know what I mean, creating or performing?
For me, it's a little different for me because music for me is visual.
Okay.
You know, when I'm hearing a song, I'm seeing a picture, you know, and I'm trying to paint that picture of what I'm hearing in my head. You know, like that track we just played.
Yeah.
I can see 10th and Yam Mill. That's what I see in my mind. I'm in Portland.
Yeah.
When I hear that track in Portland. It's always a visual. You know, even stuff I listened to when I was growing up, it was always very visual for me. There was a music video playing in my head before there were music videos. You know?
So, what would be ideal to play that in Portland and just let these people know exactly where it inspired? Like, would that be ideal, or do you have that even coming up where you're gonna go there and actually let them know, look, this is what inspired this album?
I'm hoping that, you know, I can make it, you know, transcend that way. I'm not sure at this point. You know, I want to see what the reaction's going to be.
Yeah.
You know, when these things, you know, what's out there now, but I'm hoping it catches on and people understand what I'm trying to, you know, get across in the way I translate music based on my interpretation.
No doubt, no doubt. Real quick, we're gonna just take this quick intermission real quick because we have our 23rd caller who called up. And so we definitely want to say congratulations, caller.
Yeah.
You are the 23rd person to call in. Your prize is going to be $25 cash app to you. Definitely. Who we got on the line first and foremost?
Natalie?
What's up, Natalie? How you doing? Wait. Was you the one who called last week?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, there you go.
He earned her money.
You earned that, man. You know what I'm saying?
Make sure you take a picture with that Cash App and tag This Is Hip Hop One in it, so we can make sure we share it on our stuff and let people know we serious around here. And you spend that on yourself, girl, all right? You have a nice Valentine's Day with that $25.
All right, Joe. Thanks a lot for calling in. No doubt. Definitely. So, let me ask you, with what type of with your type of music, right? Have you ever jammed with anybody outside of who you actually jam with?
Nah, not lately.
No.
I'm hoping to eventually get to that. There are people that is right now that I'm working with.
Definitely, definitely. Have you ever, like, from your inspirations, like, Beat Pharmacy, Nightmares on Wax, Thievery Corporation, have you ever actually seen them in person?
Never.
Never? Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know what? Every time, the funny story is, every time Thievery Corporation comes to Vegas,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know they've been here until they've gone.
Oh.
I miss it. They were here, I think this past November, they were at the Brooklyn Bowl, and I didn't know. Until I saw a post on Instagram, I'm like, So hopefully one day I'll catch you.
Hopefully one of these days, right? So we're going to get into another one of your joints, man. Introduce the next one.
PDX Downtown 2.
All right, yeah, tell us about that.
That's another, homage to Portland, obviously. I like the downtown area, hanging out there, shopping, going to restaurants and going to the donut shop.
Donuts.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know what it is about Portland, but that's like the one time I eat donuts is when I'm here.
Oh,
That
okay.
feel good.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
so with
that
the
feel
coffee.
good.
Oh, okay, yeah. So we got to keep you out of Portland. You can only go there once a year, right? We got go there to perform,
Once a year.
relax, and then come on back. Word. So we're gonna get right back into the to that joint, and we'll be right back. So.
If you're in the music business and you're successful, there's plenty of money.
yeah.
You don't have to do it that way. You don't have to take advantage of people. And you're still gonna get paid.
Don't get
So
sick.
why do it?
It's enough for everybody.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's definitely a fact.
Some people don't care.
No,
They go get it how they want to
Some
get
people
it.
are just greedy.
Yeah, exactly.
I've heard people say, look, I'll do whatever it takes just to get out there, but once you're out there, then what happens? Because there's a lot of people who we know that just disappear
Yeah.
because and they're still signed to the machine. You know what I mean? So it's like, okay, so did they have proper representation? Look, take a look at Cash Money Records, for instance, right? The amount of money that those guys got, right? It was unheard of. And they own their own masters, right? They took that blueprint from Master P, first and foremost. He was the one that actually was able to write on his own ticket.
Game changer.
Yeah. And then when they did the deal, I believe it was Universal that they did, Cash Money did the deal with. The type of money was unheard of, but they were already making that money out there in New Orleans, and they were making that bread, so they can actually get that. But now when you look at Cash Money, a lot of people say, well, don't sign the Birdman because, you know what I'm saying? Like, you look at what happened with Wayne and all of that. And it was basically these artists signing to them. Well, they're core artists, the artists that was there first, right? Them signing and helping build Cash Money, but they were from the ghetto and they put their trust in these guys who were businessmen. You know what I mean? And gangsters, I might add, you know?
Same difference.
Yeah, same difference. Is that some people just, paper gangsters and street gangsters, you know what I mean? And they transfer over. But how I look at it like this, when I was coming up doing music in the 90s, man, I would have took a messed up deal for a one album deal or a single deal. I would have took that. Because at the end of the day, a lot of people say, well, I want the money instead of the fame, right? Well, I looked at it like this. This is business. If I can get famous and own my own likeliness, right? Y'all can keep whatever y'all put in, but whatever I came into the table with.
Yeah.
Let me own
Sure.
that.
Right.
I get famous off of that. Now I can take that and do whatever I want.
Absolutely.
Because you see a lot of these old school artists, they might not own their catalog, but they can go and tour
They can perform.
because they don't have the deal no more. They can perform and get money off the road.
Yeah.
I see a lot of people doing that, and I'm not going to say no names, but they doing that.
Yeah.
And, you know, nowadays it's a little different because when, I would say these old school artists, when they're actually performing, it doesn't make people want to go and buy their album. It just makes them want to go do their show. So I think today, right now, with the social media and everything like that, it's better.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. I agree.
Yeah, so
There's a lot more freedom.
Free promotion, yeah.
Free
More
promotion.
freedom. Free
Definitely.
promotion, a lot more ability and freedom to do whatever you want.
But I definitely appreciate you coming.
Let me thank you guys. I can't thank you all enough. This is a totally new experience for me, and you know, I can't thank you enough. This has been great.
Well,
Many more to come.
Oh, many more to
Wish
come, you know what I'm
many
saying?
more in
I
success.
already got the second album ready to go. So
ready to
I'll
go?
let you
Nice.
know.
So I guess we got a part 2 coming along.
And tell the people, first and foremost, where they can get this album, because it drops today, y'all. First and
came out
foremost,
today.
came out today. Let them know where they can get it, and give all of your social media and where the people can actually get in
Yeah,
contact
it's,
with you.
it's streaming now on iTunes. It's streaming on Spotify. You can also get it on Amazon Music. All major platforms. You can stream this out.
Where can we
Instagram
find you?
for Bad Jackalopes at Bad Jackalopes. Instagram.
If anyone wants to actually get in contact with you to perhaps get any type, to book you or to perhaps work with you, do
Right
they
now,
just
probably
go-
the best way would be Instagram. You know, I'll watch all messages if anybody wants to do that. So, absolutely.
Okay. Well, definitely, I appreciate you.
No matter.
It was a pleasure, and we definitely gonna bring you back in again, so we can have another conversation and sit down with
Sure,
you,
sure,
if you know, if time permits for you. You know what I mean? But that's a wrap, y'all. We appreciate everybody who tapped in, called in,
Thank you.
and we definitely want y'all to continue to call in, because we're gonna be giving away some more money. We're gonna be playing some more good music. We're gonna have many guests and musicians, you know, on the show.
We got
So
some big people coming. Well,
Yeah.
shout out to my date for the weekend. Make sure you hit me up so we can plan that date, all right?
Oh, yeah.
I'm ready when you are. My daughter's over here like, nah. She wants to go too. She riding along, so. Anyways, well, happy Valentine's Day, everybody, all the lovers out there. I will be at McFadden's tomorrow night if y'all want to come out, single mingle, or relationships. Anybody want to come out and party? And tune in next time.
We love you, Ellis!
This is hip hop. This is hip hop. Look at shot the lyrical Mac 11.